we're all like investigating this to try and figure out why is medicine like this. So I was reading about this William Osler person, and he was born in July 12, actually, 1849, and he died in 1919. And here we go. He writes a text. So I'm actually going to read his text. It's called The Principles and Practice of Medicine. Sorry. It was published in 1892. I was just doing some preliminary readings about this guy because I was actually impressed that the CEO of that one hospital wrote me and wants to know what the problems are. So basically what I learned was that he took a particular perspective and integrated it into a type of medical curriculum. So that also helps us to try and figure out how do you actually correct this medical infraction, because it's a very serious problem. People are just doing stuff, but people also can check themselves, because you just don't buy rotten oranges. Or you buy oranges if you know how to pick oranges, but you just don't buy something that's going to hurt you. It's the same thing. You don't put your hands on things that is not yours. You ask for people's permission. And what I have experienced is this stuff where it says you actually don't have to consent to things. And when I look at, for example, charter rights, it says, well, you have to be informed, and you have the right to say no. So, there's many things that I'm learning about this thing called medicalization. And I actually looked into how the veterans in the United States were treated, and it was absolutely disgusting. They actually went to fight in the Persian War, and they developed sensitivities around their exposure to chemicals. Now, because the biomedical model didn't study it in a sensitive and respective way, these doctors had actually turned away these veterans that were very, very hurt by these chemicals. So we would be some of those that would be in amongst this and say, okay, you come to us and we're going to make sure you're going to be okay. So it was, it's in my notes and stuff, and I still have to type out my notes. If any of you have any idea around how to digitize notes, I've got like 10 years of notes, and I just want them all like in some kind of digital format, because I really want to go paperless. But medicalization is a very, very serious problem, and I just wanted to report to you that I did hear back from William Osler's system, and Etobicoke General, the St. Joseph's gave me the names of those two doctors. Who exactly are those doctors? And there were no dates given to me, so I want to know, how come I can't even recall who those doctors are? Because I certainly would not actually agree to have my livelihood obstructed. And with the way that, for example, they used to go to Africa and take kids off tribes and touch them, they used to do pedophilia things to them, what exactly did these people do to me? So I'd like to see even video footage and see what do these people do. Because when I remember, I was like, oh, there was this like white woman, and she was Australian and like an accent, and she was very professional, but what they do is they actually sedate you with stuff, and for me, you can't even like engage your creative imaginary, and you're just like, oh, what the fuck is this? Some people get off on this stuff. Like, for example, Caucasians. Someone just sent me a comment about white medicine being respectful to black medicine, especially from a transgendered perspective, and looking at the problem with the biomedical model. I don't even know why they teach this thing. So it would be even to say, okay, you know what you want to do is you actually want to petition the curriculum and say this curriculum is very, very violent. Because maybe people don't even know. Or if they know, why didn't they speak up? There's a lot of questions. So I just wanted to say that thank you very much for the CEO. He did write me back. Matthew something another. Matthew Matthew, Matthew Anderson. Is that his name? Matthew Anderson. Let me make sure I have it right here. Matthew Anderson. And what I did was he sent a survey, and it's a really good survey actually, and I put my preliminary comments, but I also put like more detailed comments, and I'm going to type it all out, and I'm also going to send him a summary of my notes I made while I was in this place, observing all this stuff. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I mean, when you get your research data, you know, this is great research data, because you know what, you're right in there. How else would you get permission to get into these places? So you write about this in your research and say, look at this. And then you just show transnationals. I mean, the pharmaceutical industry, I'd love to have an appointment with them and say, you know what, look at what is happening here. Because I don't think this is what the pharmaceutical industry would want. I was reading on the website today, the City of Toronto website. Actually, I might even have it up. I looked at it and I just fucking laughed. Because it was saying that, yeah, here we go. It was talking about the ways that hospitals are governed. And, oh, you know what? Anyways, it was trying to give this sales pitch about hospitals in the City of Toronto. And it was basically saying that there's a website, and it was basically saying that you know, it's state of the art, everything is a state of the art, and it's the best in the world, world class, very respectful, and full of dignity and all this, and that is not fucking true. That's really not true. And I was gonna actually hone in on there and show you, but I just closed the page. But you know, you have to be ethical. And if governance is not even examining how things are written on website pages of governance, then something is wrong. You see this McGuinty government? Full of shit. If you actually look at the website, go look at their website. It says everything, like look at the ministers, right? It says everything about who they are, but nothing about what they can do for the public. So why are they actually there in the first place? You also have to connect governance because it's very, very important. Thank you to William Osler's system under this president and CEO for writing me back. I'm certainly going to write the survey to you. I'm going to send you a report of what I actually had to document. And I'm going to send you this stuff. And it'll take me, I'm going to say, maybe about 2 weeks. I'd like to get it out within 10 days. Just get it out. Because you know what? You don't even want this energy around you. It's just disgusting. They forgot to even look at the bruise on my hand. They didn't even take any x-rays to see if there was actually damage to the nerve. And this is the hand that I write with. So to you, CEO Matthew, thank you very much. And I will definitely also put a commentary under this video and the other video that I made about Etobicoke General. Thank you.